Frankie from Flatbush, reporting from Frankie from Flatbush, FSPN headquarters, live to tape to talk about the NFL schedule. Yep, we're at that point in the season when anticipation is high for the full schedule release. Everybody wants release, isn't that life? Well, now we're a couple of days away. This is Monday or so. And so we are a couple of days away. They're dripping out the information slowly but surely. And then by Thursday, 8 p.m., we'll have the whole entire schedule. And won't that be nice? But what we will do is we will go live on Thursday to cover it live with the chat. You can have your comments and questions and everything else. But what will we do before then? To give you a little preview of what it could look like, let's go to this. He says without knowing what he's doing. Let's go to this. Now, this looks very busy, Frankie. What is what is going on here? This is basically the entire schedule. All right, it's a little hard to see. We can't even make it bigger. But we'll just use this as a model. Now, this was not a model that I created, unfortunately. It was created by Nerding on NFL on X. Oops, they can't see that. Nerding on NFL on X. Nerding on NFL on X. Go follow Nerding. Imagine how much work this took. I like to sort of draft behind the work of other people. You know, they work really hard, and then I make a video using it. But in any case, go follow Nerding on NFL on X. All right, with that being said, these are the weeks on top here, the big numbers. They got us against Tennessee, Jets at Tennessee. That would be a very nice way to start the year. If that's how it turns out, we're going to take a look at the Rastas on Thursday so we can, educate ourselves as to who's on the team and then determine, is this a win or is this a loss? I'm going to give you a little preview. Oh, that's not a good color. I'm going to say that's a dub for the Jets. But then in week 2, they got the Dolphins against the Jets here. Another winnable game, I think. Then in week 3, they got us against the Cardinals down here. Boy, I can't get these colors right. Guess we'll just stick with this here. Well, let's try this one. Then so Tennessee, the Dolphins at home, and the Cardinals right off the bat. Then we go up to New England. So New England, we got to see what kind of a team New England is this year. They had the weakest schedule of all time last year. They got all the Vrabel stuff going on, but they do have Drake May and really solid roster. So that's no sure thing. But if you look at this, I mean, it could be that we start off 3-0. Bink, bink, bink. That would be a nice start to the Aaron Glenn year 2. First 3 games of the season equal the amount of wins you got the previous whole season. That would be a very nice way to start the season. Then we got some tough games in a row here, though. We got to go on the road to New England, then on the road to Buffalo, then Denver comes to us. So those are not looking like, those are probable losses. But then you got the Raiders at the Jets. And what if we started out 4-3 after 7 weeks? That wouldn't be bad. Surpass the win total from the previous year by week 7. I think everybody would be feeling pretty good about that. Then we got to go at Kansas City. Again, this is a model. This is not the real schedule, but this is going to prepare you for what it could look like. At Kansas City, then the Vikings come to us at home. Who knows? And the thing with these teams is, like, what about Patrick Mahomes? How's he looking? By week 8, is he his old self? Is he struggling? What's going on? And same thing with these Vikings. We don't know what's going on. Is it McCarthy? Is it Murray? Who is it? How are they doing? So it's hard to say, is that a winnable game or not? Then we got Green Bay at us. So Green Bay again, that's going to be a tough one, let's be honest. But then we go on the road for the Bears. How's Caleb playing? We don't know. Does he take a step back? What's going on? Then the 12th week, we go to Dolphin Land. That's a winnable game. Then Buffalo at us. That's probably not a winnable game. Then in week 14, we got our bye down here. Week 15, we come back and go at the Chargers. That's going to be a tough one. So then the Browns at the Jets. There's a win, possibly home Browns. Who knows what's going on with their quarterback situation? They might be good. They might be not. They have a good roster, but everything depends on their quarterback. So who knows? Then we got to go play the Lions in week 17, according to this. And, that's Aaron Glenn going back to face Dan Campbell. Who knows what they're going to be up to? They had a lot of turnover on that team. Are they as dominant as they've been in the recent past? Who knows? They still have Goff, of course. And then New England at the Jets. And again, we don't know what kind of a team New England's going to be this year with Vrabel and with maybe some of their players taking a step backward. Because some of they played a very weak schedule last year. And so, are those players that we thought were red chippers, are they really red chippers or are they not? So we'll have to see about that. But that's basically a basic breakdown of how the schedule could look. I think we can find a good number of wins in here. Of course, it's going to be, we're going to have to play the ifs and maybes and what about and this and that, game. Because a lot of these teams, it's just, you just don't know what they're going to look like. I mean, who are the Cardinals playing at quarterback? Is it Carson Beck? Is it Brissett? What's going on with the Vikings situation at quarterback? What's going on with the Raiders? Has Mendoza gotten in there yet by the time we play them? So, and is that a good thing or a bad thing? Kirk Cousins at 38 years old could fall apart like Matt Ryan did, if you remember that. Matt Ryan, and that was just something Frank Reich has experience with. He got Matt Ryan, and he basically fell apart like a cheap suit. It was last year in the league. He couldn't cut it anymore, and maybe that's the way it'll be for Kirk Cousins, or maybe he's slinging the rock all over the place, and so how the heck are we supposed to know? But that's how it's lining up to look. That's how it could look, and we will come back on Thursday with live session. Thursday at 8 p.m. We will cover the schedule release live. We'll go through it with the chat, so make sure you come back.